What down, family? It's your boy SNTV, man, coming back at y'all with a news update. Make sure that y'all hit that like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. We on our way to 300K. Getting right into it, man. Congratulations to Dirk, man. He got those last counts severed. You know what I'm saying? So basically, he'll go to trial August 20th. And if by a long shot he ends up beating that case, what I think that they're gonna do is they're gonna come back and try to charge him with the shit that's going on in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So best of luck to him, man. He got Drew Finley and Brian Steele over there teamed up. So this is like, Shaq and Kobe. This is like Mike and Scotty. In other news, today is Lil Jeff's birthday. Now, we all know the legacy that Lil Jeff left. Lil Jeff had charisma. To me, he really couldn't rap that good, but he was a real street guy. You know what I'm saying? Doing real street stuff. He was getting on the internet talking about it. It wasn't no secret. As a matter of fact, we know for a fact that if Jeff was still here, he would actually be fighting that same murder case that his two homies, T Slick and the other guy, fighting. And Jeff had a big influence. As a matter of fact, that skeleton on the hand tattoo, which I don't recommend nobody get that. That tattoo's like fucking bad luck. But that skeleton on the hand tattoo, I'm not gonna say Jeff started. I don't know where it started at, but he was one of the ones that made it popular. You know what I'm saying? After Jeff got that tattoo, everybody started getting it. If you're gonna leave a legacy of living. You know what I'm saying? Everybody make our mistakes. Everybody do messed up stuff, especially when they're young. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, the routes that y'all be going, it's going to be hard to ever see what's to come in the future. It's going to be hard to ever get to the point to where you, boom, I'm changing my life now. Because you're not going to make it. Just like Jeff didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? Just like a bunch of motherfuckers before him didn't make it and a bunch of motherfuckers after him didn't make it. And then a bunch of more motherfuckers ain't gonna make it. You see what I'm saying? So y'all be wise in all y'all decisions, man. And if y'all gonna chase clout, chase it for something positive. Chasing clout for catching bodies and wanting to be the biggest rapper in the world, it ain't gonna never turn out right. Because at the end of the day, you still telling on yourself, And how them people play, especially the feds, they'll let you say this and do that and get boost your nuts all the way up, and then you'll make it to the spot that you're trying to get to, and then boom, they'll come grab you. Real talk, man. Y'all got to be careful out there. King Yellow, man. Shout out to King Yellow. King Yellow, you know what I'm saying? He's in the process of changing his life. I feel what he's going through, you know what I'm saying? And I empathize with what he's going through. One thing that I didn't like was that, he kind of blamed Lil Jeff for his son being the way that he is. Now, it's two ways that you can look at that. My thing is, I have a hard time with really admonishing these shorties because I know that I was part of the problem in the past. I know that I did shit. Them folks ain't give me 20 plus years in prison for nothing. I didn't do all that time in prison for nothing. I wasn't innocent. I said that to say this. Where we come from and the things that we grow up learning are not the right way. But when we get to a certain age, we understand that. When we younger, we really don't understand that for real. When we get old enough to understand that, then now it's time to put bullshit to the side. How the saying go, when I was a child, I thought as a child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things. That's how life is, We all got to take accountability for what we've did. And like I said, I'm not perfect. Yellow, I know you weren't perfect. You see? But you can't blame another shorty who's damn sure wasn't perfect for how your son turned out. Because at the end of the day, you are his father. I understand that the world influences our children. But I truly feel like when it's all said and done, the way that they're raised is going to always override the bullshit. Real talk. Because if you raise your child with morals and principles, they going to stand on them. Because when they do bullshit, it was just like us. We knew we had sense and morals and principles, and when we did bullshit, it didn't sit well with us. You know what I'm saying? We have to atone. We had to atone for the bullshit that we did. We had to make it right because We knew like, damn, we bogus as hell. You see what I'm saying? Like, straight up, brother. I just wanted to say that. Continue on your journey. Last thing but not least. There'll come a time in every street nigga's life where he begins to seek change. Now, you do got some niggas that 60, 70 still on that shit, but they're rare. You know, normally when our minds begin to develop and we start to get older and we got responsibilities, we got to pay bills and we got children, all that bullshit get put to the side. And we go to thinking, what benefit does the streets have for me? Like, how does it benefit me? My guys dying, niggas, my homies going to jail, want me to put shit on their books, want me to goddamn it, they need bail money and all of this. Like, how am I winning right here? And then you begin to realize that you're not winning, and then you begin to be mad at yourself because you done wasted all this goddamn time. You know, I said all that to say this. Being 10 is asking God right now to restore him back to health so that he can be able to walk. You know, when people get locked up, they run to God. Yellow is changing his life and he's running towards God right now. You know what I'm saying? We're all on our spiritual journey after either we get old enough where our minds develop or either something drastic happens to us. Now, a lot of times people get shot and all of that and they just, they act like they don't know that they've been blessed. And then what happens? They end up going out there and getting their ass blew down for real, and then it's over. So being 10 is asking God for that second chance, you know? And I hope God grants it to him. Because at the end of the day, like I said, there always comes a time to where we have that awakening, that spiritual awakening, or that mental awakening, you know? Straight up, man. The smartest shorty or the smartest man in the world is the one that's wise enough to be able to see the mistakes of others and learn from them. And not only learn from them, they're able to live their life according to what they saw. And they're able to dodge the potholes in the road that they know are there. They're able to dodge the forks in the road because they know that they're there, because they have sense enough to pay attention to what's going on around them. Smartest in the world. Even if you don't have that much education, that makes you smarter than 98% of the world, because history always repeats itself. So with that being said, if I'm telling y'all I did this amount of time and I was bogus and my life was messed up, King Yellow telling y'all that, guess what, man, it ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? You know, he in a position right now the way he messed up and he need his son out and he can't do nothing about it, and woo-wop the bam. He tired of seeing his people being 10s in church right now. He's praying, he's asking God to restore him back to health. You got 1,000 OGs that have changed their life and that are seeking other things in life. We're trying to own land. We're trying to own property. We're trying to really get busy out here. When I mean get busy, I'm talking about we trying to really invest and have something. We're trying to create generational wealth. We ain't got time to be gangbanging. So you can skip all that shit that we went through. Dealing with stuff in the streets, dealing with getting backdoored, and dealing with not being able to get no job, dealing with going to prison for the rest of your life, or being in the casket at an early age. You could skip all of that if you just go ahead and get on your journey now, whatever that journey is. If you need a spiritual awakening, if you need a mental awakening, if you need a financial awakening, whatever, start that journey now while you young. And I guarantee you, I'm 38. By the time you get to my age, motherfucker ain't gonna be able to tell you nothing. Y'all know what I like to say. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies and try not to get slimed out. It's your boy SCNTV. I'm out. Nathan, yeah! Come on in here, boy. I know you hear me calling you. What's up, Pop? Why would you mess with my phone, son? And I done told you about messing with my phone. I can't find my pictures. Now he'll fix it. Calm down, Pops. I did you a favor. I got you a free $75 already, and I'm gonna get you a $750 cash advance. I thought you like it. A $750 cash advance, you say? Exactly, a $750 cash advance. This app right here Kurt. Sound it out, Pops. Boy, don't play with me. Don't play with me, boy. Back in the day, me and your mama got together. She was looking good from afar. Now she just far from looking good. I thank you for giving me that little money. I sure needed it. I'm gonna tell all my fans to go to the banking app the current banking app, and I'm gonna tell them they're gonna get a free $75 and they're gonna get a cash advance whenever they need one. That's right. I mean, make sure that you hit this QR code and sign up for Current and get that money. Shit, I know I got mine. got that money. Gas high too. You can catch me at the gas station. Gas station, loving him in the money mode.